Hello, I'm Trainer Joe, and I'll be your guide through Pokemon Sword and Shield's Galar region. Welcome to Route 1, home to a humble yet hardy troop of Pokemon, all with distinct strengths and weaknesses just waiting to be discovered. On our journey through Galar, we'll stop along the way to brush up on our knowledge of game mechanics. Today we're uncovering the mysteries of wild Pokemon spawns and the coveted Brilliant Aura Pokemon. This is Trainer Joe's Route 1 Guide. Wild Pokemon in Sword and Shield appear when you get close enough to a spawn location in the overworld like these patches of grass. Battling any of the Pokemon we can see here would be an overworld encounter because we can see what Pokemon we will be facing in the overworld before the battle starts. What you see in the overworld isn't everything. Some Pokemon remain hidden in the grass until you run into them. These are classic random encounters where you won't know exactly what Pokemon it is until the battle begins. On each route, there is a pool of Pokemon which can come from overworld spawns and a separate pool of Pokemon for random encounters. So just remember that not every Pokemon available on a route will be visible in the overworld. There are 4 possible overworld encounters on Route 1, the most common among them being Squavit with a 50% spawn rate. This chubby little squirrel is a bulky, normal-type Pokemon with some attacking potential. It gets a move that I think is pretty cute called Stuffed Cheeks, which lets Squavit eat its held berry and sharply increases its defense. This Pokemon is allowed to learn many different types of attacks, great for making sure that your team has an answer to everything. Rollout is a rock-type attack that you can only find on a Brilliant Squavit or a Squavit from an egg you hatched yourself. More details on Brilliant Pokemon later, but if you can find a Squavit with Rollout, then it's a sign that you should take that bad boy all the way to Leon and use Rollout on his Charizard. The least common overworld Pokemon on Route 1 is Nickit, with a 5% chance to spawn. I captured Nickit during my first playthrough because I thought it looked pretty cool, but after trying it myself, I don't recommend this Pokemon. Its stats, even after evolving, are pretty underwhelming. It gives you a strong Dark-type offensive option, which can be nice during some max raid battles, but trust me, we'll find something better soon. Sorry Nickit, you're just not that fast and can't take hits very well. If you want a Pokemon that can take hits all day, then grab yourself a Wooloo. Wooloo doesn't have as much offensive potential as Squavit because of its small move pool and lower attack stat, but the fluffy ability on Wooloo along with its strong HP, defense, and special defense make it the bulkiest Pokemon you can get on Route 1. And just look at that face too. Who wouldn't want to have a Wooloo? Right here between the first 2 patches of grass, we have a potion which can be used to heal one of our Pokemon for 20 HP. Be sure to like the video if I helped you to find this very hidden item. You're welcome. Rookidee is a standout Pokemon on Route 1. It's got great capabilities all around. High attack and speed make it useful for sweeping through the story, and once Rookidee fully evolves, it becomes a Flying and Steel type, which is an excellent defensive typing with only 2 weaknesses and plenty of resistances. As a result of becoming a Steel type, it does lose some of its speed in exchange for increased defense stats. And now for the Pokemon that like to hide in the tall grass. There are 4 Pokemon on Route 1 which can only be found as a random encounter. Blipbug is a bug-type Pokemon with a 30% chance to spawn as a random encounter. Blipbug evolves into a strong, special attacker with high defenses. Supporting moves like Reflect, which will decrease the power of physical attacks against your team, make this Pokemon really nice to have in your party. Beware, the type combination of Bug and Psychic has many weaknesses, so you'll have to be careful with this Pokemon. Caterpie can also be captured on Route 1 and evolved into a good support Pokemon with special attacking power, though its defenses aren't as good as Blipbug's. Caterpie and its evolutions have a diverse move pool, giving it a variety of options for supporting a team if Blipbug didn't have what you were looking for. This item requires you to venture into the middle of a patch of grass to reach it, but you will be rewarded with 2 Paralyze heals. These are used to recover from paralysis, one of the most annoying status conditions in the game. If you don't know what I'm talking about, then you can look forward to my Route 2 video where we will learn about status conditions and find out why this item and others like it are useful. Grubbin is the last bug hiding in the grass of Route 1, and it's the other standout Pokemon on this route. Grubbin has excellent stats for a Route 1 Pokemon with killer attack and decent enough bulk. When fully evolved, it trades its attack power for a ton of special attacking power. It requires skill to wield this Pokemon as its typing gives it a lot of weaknesses, but with such a vicious special attack stat, this Pokemon can decimate trainers when used in the right situation. Getting to that final evolution requires the use of a Thunderstone, which is a somewhat rare item but well worth the investment on this Pokemon. Just had to let you know that if you actually want to unlock this Pokemon's potential, then you'll have to get your hands on a Thunderstone. And finally, the rarest Pokemon on Route 1 is Hoot Hoot. This Pokemon is similar to Nickit as a special attacker with useful typing, but Hoot Hoot trades some special attack power for a lot better HP and defense stats compared to Nickit. Hoot Hoot's extra bulk compared to Nickit is a big help if you plan to switch this Pokemon into battle when facing a threat your lead Pokemon can't handle. I love owls in real life, so Hoot Hoot is close to being my favorite Pokemon on this route, but that honor goes to Squavit just barely. The thing that puts Squavit over the edge for me is the shiny form. And yeah, you're watching me encounter a shiny Squavit right now. I can't believe I actually ran into one while recording a video where I mentioned how much I like Squavit's shiny form. Hashtag blessed. What's your favorite Route 1 Pokemon? Let me know in the comments. When we were first talking about Squavit, I mentioned brilliant Pokemon. If you find a Pokemon with a brilliant yellow aura in the wild, then it will have at least 2 extra strong stats and could be carrying an egg move. Egg moves can usually only appear on Pokemon hatched from an egg, but in this game you can also get them by capturing a brilliant Pokemon. The more times you have captured or defeated a certain species of Pokemon, the greater the chance of finding that species with a brilliant aura in the wild. Once you have battled 20 of a Pokemon, you will have a 1.3 times chance of spawning a brilliant Pokemon of that species, and at 100, you will have a 2 times chance. Your Pokedex will keep track of that number for you too. In this video, we learned all about Route 1 Pokemon and items, wild encounter mechanics, and brilliant Pokemon. In the Route 2 video, we will cover status conditions and berries. Please let me know what parts of this game you are most confused or curious about so that we can talk about it in a future video. Thanks for watching Trainer Joe's Route 1 guide. I'll see you all on Route number 2. Bye-bye! What a splendid group of Pokemon for Route 1. I think it's pretty cool that every Pokemon on this route has kind of a counterpart which is very similar, with some small difference that makes them suitable for filling slightly different roles on a team. I'm glad to have gained a greater appreciation for the design decisions that went into crafting this Route 1 experience. If you made it all the way to the end of the video, I thought you might enjoy too. So, cheers. Or, you know what? Alola.